It does, and it's been one that's been going on for a while, so it's kind of interesting that it's coming out now. We knew this isn't the first time Uber's gone through this with the City of London. This has happened a number of times. They've given them temporary operating licenses, and now they're just saying, you guys haven't cleaned up your act enough, and we can't give you a permanent one.
To what extent, because of that history with London and TfL before, on the first glance, do you wonder whether it could be something that London's overreacting on? You dive into it, it doesn't feel that way. I mean, to what extent is Uber just short-sighted or bad at dealing with regulators globally, not just in London? If a regulator says you've got to address this and they fail to do so, is that not a major problem around the world?
It can be. If you've ever been to London, you know that they take their taxi industry very seriously.
Have you been there? Just about
so, London definitely takes things to the next level, but certainly if this is happening in New York or any other city, I think those regulators are going to be taking a look at this as well, and they need to be.
But they have face recognition technology coming out, right? Isn't that going to just make this kind of a moot point at the end of the day?
Yeah, so I don't want to say it's going to make it a moot point, maybe at some point. The problem is what happens until we get there. So, yeah, I would expect at some point they'll get their license, they'll be able to operate there fully. But what if this takes 6 months to kind of clear up? It's a really competitive environment. If other guys can kind of come in and take share from Uber during that time, that could have long-lasting implications for Uber.
What if it doesn't, though? What if this actually causes other municipalities or city where Uber operates to say, wait a minute, 14,000 rides that were uninsured and by drivers that weren't supposed to be picking up those passengers, let's take a look at how you're doing in our cities. I mean, could this be an example of more to come?
It could be, but they should be able to take whatever they implement in London and implement it on a global basis. There's no reason that technology wouldn't translate into other cities. But yeah, I could see other cities, and I would expect other cities to take a look at this. Regulatory issues have a real impact for Uber. You see them happening and playing out all over the world. See it in California. It's a really big issue there with AB5. I don't think those headwinds are going to go away in the short term.
Should Lyft seize this moment and enter London?
They can. I'm sure they're thinking about that. There are other competitors in London right now that can kind of get the ball rolling a little bit faster. So Lyft might still have a challenge doing that. They're still only domestic, so they'd have to kind of set up international operations. It might take them too long to set up before kind of Didi or any other local players can come in and take that share that Uber will be giving up.
Is Didi available in London now?
I believe so, yeah.
I visited London, but I haven't been there recently enough.